All right, guys, I do have a couple of editorials for you on this Monday morning. They're coming late today because I slept in. It's my day off, but it's not my day off with you. That's right. 365 days a year, 366 in leap years. I have stuff for you, or I try to have stuff for you. Some Sundays I don't because I watch football. But no, I don't have a day off with keeping public officials and law enforcement accountable and transparent. That's an everyday thing. So I have a couple of editorials for you this morning. The first one, it kind of bugs me what the state police say here, and I'm going to point it out to you, but I want to get your opinions in the comment section below on this first one. The second one, these protests are just out of hand, man. These protests are out of hand, and something tragic happened in a protest just this week, and that's our second editorial, which I'm going to give you a little later here. Let's jump into this one. Thank you to the Detroit Free Press at freep.com. Michigan law enforcement is on high alert after the FBI revealed an alleged plot by extremist groups to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer, also involved in a plan to target and kill police. First Lieutenant Mike Shaw of the Michigan State Police said, quote, "We're cautious. We're absolutely more careful. This is one of the tactics these anti-government domestic terrorism groups use. Law enforcement is the face of the government. If you're mad at the government, you're mad at the police." Take a quick sidebar here. Did you hear what he said? Law enforcement is the face of the government, and if you're mad at the government, you're mad at the police. Law enforcement is the face of the government, he said. You hear what I said, right? The face of the government isn't anything else like liberty or freedom or, patriotism. It's law enforcement, he says. That's how the Michigan State Police is thinking. That if you're mad at the government, you're obviously mad at the police because the government is law enforcement. You think you're free in America? What do you think he's trying to say there? Am I off base? Let me know. Moving on. The alleged plot was unveiled last Thursday when the U.S. Department of Justice charged 6 men with conspiracy to kidnap Whitmer, which authorities said they wanted to carry out before Election Day. On the same day, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel brought charges against 7 other men that included supporting terrorism, gang membership, and possession of a firearm in commission of a felony. Officials said the suspects were attempting to trigger civil war with a detailed plan to abduct the governor and attack other elected officials at the State House. Part of the plot included plans to target police. FBI Special Agent Richard J. Trask II cited the risk to law enforcement officers in a criminal complaint filed last Tuesday in U.S. District Court when he said the militia group had already been brought to the attention of the FBI by a local police department in March of 2020 when members of the militia group were attempting to obtain the addresses of local law enforcement officers. At the time, the FBI interviewed a member of the militia group who was concerned about the group's plan to target and kill police officers, and that person agreed to become a confidential human source. So then it goes on and it talks about that the police are on high alert as the risk continues to evolve beyond traffic stops and sitting in police cars to fake calls for service so that they could target the police and also to get to the police when they're out of uniform. It just goes on and on. I will put the link to this story in the description box below, but it sounds like Michigan is definitely, there's a war going on there, it sounds like. I mean, when they say they're on high alert, but when the state police lieutenant says the face of the government is law enforcement, I mean, the only way I read that, maybe I'm off base, but the only way I read that is that the government has now become an enforcer. The government is keeping us in check, keeping us in line, and no longer are we free persons in the United States of America. I don't know. This is the way I read it. Maybe I'm off base. Maybe I need coffee. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers from coast to coast. And keep this up, keep this channel close by, because remember, I have another one coming a little later. Not too much later.